Hello, everybody. Welcome to the House of the Terror podcast. I'm Sean House.
And I'm Christian House, and we're opening up the door to all things horror.
All right. So, what are we looking at today, Chris?
We're doing Cabin Fever.
Heck yeah, we are. All right, guys. Buckle up because this movie is problematic, but also incredibly funny. Also problematic, like I just said. It has some scenes that's a little questionable, but it's definitely a 2000 movie for sure.
Absolutely.
It's definitely 2000s. Oh, all right. So we'll go to maybe a spoiler-free version. Chris, did you like the movie?
I absolutely love the movie. I gave it a 7.
Nice. Honestly, I watched it kind of recently, and I just brought it up because I just wanted to watch it again. I gave it a 7.5. So yeah, brought a little bit of a comparison here for sure.
Scare level, I gave it a 1. It's really not that scary, but
Yeah, I feel like a 1 is fair. I did a 1 as well.
yeah.
Don't think 0 would make sense, I guess.
Yeah, it has to
have something to be horror, but it's definitely and any kind of like story to it. It's like if you're watching this movie for a story, I gave it a 2 out of 10 for like the story stuff.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 as well.
Yeah, so the pieces are there. We're here to have a good time, not a bad time. Yeah. So we'll hop right into what we got here. What are we gonna say about this for the spoiler free? What are we thinking?
I think we're good.
All
I'm ready
right.
to hop right back in it. I'm hop right into it.
All right. I'll also just say, just for the viewers who are us free, like I said, very 2000s movie.
Yeah.
It has some things, just also the phobia stuff as well. It has some remarks there, very offensive, and they're just oftentimes are used just so casually too for some offensive stuff. But it definitely has them in there. So if you don't appreciate that in your movies, even if you know that it came out at a time where it wasn't as prominent, that's totally okay. Especially the beginning with the old guy.
The old guy.
It definitely got something, and they're setting up a joke, but
By the end.
it's not. Yeah, but it's not a good enough joke. And those big to him. And
Yeah.
I'll be straight. It's the N word, and it's hard R. It's pretty blatant too, and they're not going to cover it up. And they do try to make a joke about it later for what it is, but once again,
It's not.
if that's offensive, that's something that it's okay to avoid for sure. But if you're okay with seeing those things and just being like, just kind of like accepting the movie for what it is, it is funny. It's a funny horror movie. It's definitely a comedy horror. Other things, phobia stuff, I just recommend. It's a gross movie, and going back to that gross, like how we were talking about The Exorcist, it's got a lot of body horror stuff in it. So if that grosses you out, skip it. Yeah. Other than that, I think we can
Jump right into it.
really good to jump right in. This movie is just so wacky that it's
hilarious.
so wacky. So yeah, if you haven't seen it yet and you do want to see it, go see it. Come back to us. Well, we're gonna hop right in. Oh yeah. Okay. So this movie is so dang wild. Scene to scene. We start with that. We start with an old guy that's just walking. He's really weird. The guy in the woods. I got his name because he comes back later. Henry is just walking in the woods by himself. He finds a dead dog. He's really weird about it. He does some weird stuff. He posts it. He's just weird. It kind of has like a weird vibe for it. And then he opens it up, and it's kind of just like, this is the stuff of the movie.
The inside's all gone.
And the blood squirts on his face.
Yeah, the blood squirts on his face.
And that's like the open
scene of it all. Yeah.
It's like, here we go. And then we're at the party. Then we skip to like these 4 people.
5 people.
5 people who go up to a party.
Yeah.
You know their names, Christian?
All right. The poem is Marcy. There's Bert. And there's Karen.
Okay, and Jeff.
And Jeff. And there's Jeff too.
It's Jeff.
Jeff is like the guy that looks like he shouldn't be at the party.
Yeah, he looks a lot older. It's kind of weird. I didn't do an age check on him, so I don't know if that's true. But he does look older.
He looks
so that's kind of weird. But I don't know if that's true though. So who knows? But there's that. There's so Henry. Oh, I'm sorry. Paul is like kind of like gonna be kind of our protagonist.
Yeah.
Loosely termed protagonist, but he's just a guy that you find out a little bit later who's kind of in love with Karen. They do the whole, we've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah.
I always liked you kind of thing later. But anyway, there's Paul, who's kind of like our main character. There is Karen, as I said, this blonde, quiet girl that they've known each other for a while. The said Jeff, the blonde dude he's going to be a lawyer, and he's dating, or seems to be dating Marcy, who is kind of like the early 2000s, just hot chick.
Yeah.
Okay, she's very hot, which is kind of funny because that almost has expectations later where I feel like she's more of a main character than Karen, but it feels like in the beginning that's not the case.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to set the expectation of a final girl and then take that away, which I like.
And Bert, my favorite character.
There's Bert.
He's the dumb one.
He's dumb. He's very, he's also probably the most problematic. He's very like weird alpha type dude.
Yeah.
That's just got to be the most offensive guy in the movie for sure.
He was a football player. He would be a quarterback. He is
yeah, he's the guy he's the fifth wheel in this kind of situation.
Yeah.
He's like the partier, Yeah. So they're driving along, these college, I think one of them says. I think Marcy might say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're diving into this movie. We get to the gas station and they pull up and there's this weird kid. His name's Dennis.
Dennis.
He's just Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace.
Hell yeah. Oh, he was just this blonde kid who's just sitting on the
bench.
And one of them is
Bert walks up.
One of them sits next to him or Dennis.
Yeah, he's like, hey, buddy, how's it going? He just Dennis grabs one of his hair, leaves him out. I already know how this
goes. Nearly different song. And then the dad comes out. I don't have dad's name.
No, I don't know his name either.
Anyway, we're going to call Dennis dad. Why not? Dennis' dad comes out like, one name is not the Spears, the Dennis. Yeah, look, what are you talking about? Yeah, so they just immediately start freaking out and being like, you can't sit next to him. So we're really set the tone really quick. So he does that scene. It's very comical. I just feel like there should be instead of scaring, there's like joke writing in this movie because it's just so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
This movie was supposed to be serious. I do not know. Once again, I don't do a deep dive into movies by any means, but I feel like it wasn't. I feel like Eli Roth was just trying to do a subvert of expectations, like a comedy horror.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it. And that's how I choose to view it. If it was supposed to be scarier or whatever, then, they missed the mark. But I'm going to interpret it as not because it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be scary,
You should probably put up a sign of fighting people.
Which is fair. Which is fair. Not even newcomers, so that it's everyone knows that the
original people that come here daily comes, and they know not the next Dennis,
regulars.
They're the regulars.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they go into the store. We're gonna keep moving. So it's next to Dennis. We're next to this old guy. He's very he's got a very soothing voice, and he's so high pitched, and it's this comfy old man. And he's just like, so the shopkeeper, and they offer, they do the fox piss.
Yeah. He's like, what's in this bottle? He's like, oh, that's fox piss.
Yeah, it's like fox piss, There are
a lot of them up here in this part of town.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't even know why he explains why they use it for, but they forgot it's fox piss. And it's for sale.
He's like, oh, it's for big game up here. This is for hunting that we use for hunting type thing.
Yeah. And then it's like the rifle scenes right after, and what's the rifle for? And he says, I'm not gonna say it. Literally say it, but he says, those are for, something along the lines of, those are for the N-word. Once again, just as the setup scene we're talking about, it's right in the beginning of the movie, and it's this old man who's been depicted as this really kind, cool guy.
Yeah.
And then immediately he drops the N-word, and you're supposed to be shocked by it. And supposed to be, because like I said, they're not. It's supposed to be a joke for later. And the joke is, I'll just explain the joke for now because it's going to be so much later and I'd rather you guys hear it.
Yeah.
The joke is later a bunch of black people come in and they say, what up, and he says hard air stills. And it's like this old man who doesn't understand that he's not supposed to, and they're accepting of it. The black people are very they're like, oh, what's up? They give handshakes.
Yeah.
So they're accepting of it, but they also say it and it's not. It's definitely weird. It's definitely
it's definitely weird. Definitely hearing it, I was in shock when I heard it because,
yeah.
No, I was supposed to be sad. So when I heard it, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, definitely hard and definitely messed up. But like I said, they are trying to make a joke.
Trying to make it.
It's just not a very good one. Like I said, we're sitting in It's very funny, the whole thing. And then they're leaving, and the guy comes out, he's like, nope, hand it over. And the guy hands him Snickers. He's like, what would make you steal Snickers bar? This man, Bert says, what for them?
Boy, you want to give me one good reason why you would steal a Snickers bar.
The nougat?
Like, what?
The guy just walks out. He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Spreads us in there trying to get in the truck.
And they call him out on it too. They're like, what'd you do? Yeah, I tried to sell Snickers bar. I don't know. It was just a joke, I think, I don't know.
I don't know. That was random. So, like I said, it's
probably just right.
yes.
Just random things happen in every scene. It's so funny. So they dive along and they get stuck in mud for a second and they back up and they drive through it. Once again, one of those scenes you feel just in the movie.
Yeah, I don't. That scene is like.
One good thing about this movie is it's an hour and I think it's an hour and 30, maybe an hour and 40, but it's like it does drag at the end. I think it could have been a little shorter, but like it's a shorter movie.
Yeah, it's a shorter movie. It's probably the shortest movie we watched so far.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we get to the I said Airbnb before Airbnb because they get to a random cabin. They're like, it's so pretty, like the standard stuff you say when you go to an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And they're renting it out, a random cabin. And yeah, so then
Both finds a gun. Both finds the rifle.
well, but they also have the Marcy and Jeff immediately start talking.
Yeah,
They
start
go
on the
upstairs and
sides.
I think they immediately show boob. I think it's like we're hopping right in, and you see Marcy, air quotes, hot girl, like early hot girl to that, early 2000s hot girl.
Yeah.
We get some boob action and stuff like that. We're getting all that good stuff. So good old classic nudity in our horror movies.
Yeah.
Then we get the gun, and he's looking out. And,
What are you doing with that gun? He's like,
no, it's just a BB gun, remember?
yeah, he's like, oh, this is a BB gun.
It's just a BB gun. Yeah, because like, what are you doing? It's just a BB gun. And he fired, boom. And it was like, shit, what? Obviously a real gun.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. The guy just kind of looks at him like, Bert's like,
He's like, okay. He's like looking around. I was like, I do that type of situation.
no. Immediately cut to the blonde girl and so Karen, blonde girl was Karen.
Yeah.
Hot blonde, looks out like scary movie blonde a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking pictures, didn't she? She's like taking pictures of stuff.
I think she's walking around with Paul. And this the whole scene where Paul's like, so known each other since we were 7.
He's,
So, like,
he's risen her up.
yeah, he's trying to anyway. And it's like he's kind of like getting a little flirty and she deflects it a little bit. We're gonna come back and notice it. It's a little bit reciprocated, but it's definitely it's just it's setting up that. I'll just say right now they kind of get on a dock and later and he shows them again and she's like basically confirms like like I have feelings for you too and he's like and she kisses him right
Yeah, he's like, is this a date? And
yeah he's like is this date
So wait, you like me now? Is this like a date?
it's like oh bro you are the least gamey person in the world man oh my god yeah he's like whoa are you having a date now it's like and she says like don't be and this is like
another
offensive thing once again early 2000s I feel like this one was kind of almost like genuine the other one was for a joke
yeah,
but like
this is
I'll
generally-
say kind of like they say gay a lot in this movie they say it like 2 or 3 times at least.
Yeah.
And they do definitely mean it like classic early 2000s, like gay was thrown around more as like a slur, but also like it's a slur, but it was something like a friend would say to another friend that kind of like,
Yeah.
it was, and it obviously isn't okay, but it's like that's what happened oftentimes.
Yeah.
And people still do it even now, but obviously we've learned a lot. But yeah, they throw gay around very just loosely.
At least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, they use gay like a different term of what gay is a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we get that scene. Oh, we missed it. They come back for the sex scene, and that's the sex scene where
Oh, yeah.
and he's just like she's like they're doing stuff obviously, and then she like flips him over, and he like digs us. She like
He gets
full
in there.
Yeah, she showed those fingers
Like,
right.
you like that? He's like,
You know, I don't even think, does he even say that? I think he just celebrates. He's like, oh, he's like happy. Is he saying
yeah. I think she's like, do you like that? And he's like, at the end, he's like, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I also thought that, you know, Marcy's digging in there. They're definitely breaking some expectations for sure.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Oh, yeah, I put dude is into that.
Dude is into it.
Really into that.
He was in it. Yeah,
For
100%.
sure. He was definitely digging that. So yeah, she did give him a really pleasurable time. Jeff loves that. Yeah, then we get to what's his name? We're in the woods now.
But
We get to Bert. He's walking around, drinking his beer, shooting random stuff.
yeah,
And shooting shots.
he gets to the point where
The old guy, right?
he shoots. He shoots. I think he shoots the little guy. Yeah, he shoots his the one guy. He's like, a squirrel, I'm sorry. And then he's walking close and he's like, I need help. And he's like, no, you stay away from me type thing. And he's like, I'm sick. He's like, no, stay far away from me.
So this scene was so funny. He shoots. The man, you hear the ultimate, like, this dude got shot, and that's his reaction, by the way. He just goes, you know? And he comes out, yeah, he has obviously 6 face.
Yeah.
I thought Berg is Trapper Bat, but he's like, no, he's all no. Like, this guy, he's like, I would shoot. Does he shoot the air? Or does he, you know, no, he shoots him again, right?
No, he shoots in the air to warm off.
Yeah, warm off. But the guy just keeps like stumbling forward. Yeah. Bert, we did the crime counter for Mizzou.
Yeah.
We gotta look at
He is bad.
Bert as a menace. He just shot a man on accident, and then he just shot him on purpose.
Yeah.
We're getting
He is definitely years, you know. If he goes to prison, he's got a couple years on him.
yeah. So he shoots Henry. And this is Henry, by the way.
Yeah, this is Henry, yeah.
Clarified. Henry is the guy that got squirted blood in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he is back in the scene to get shot a couple times.
He's like, oh, help me. And Berg, he just like wants nothing a part of it, even though he's the one that shot him. Oh, you stay away from me.
Yeah, so he gets through it quick.
Yeah.
And then he goes back into the cabin because he's obviously totally terrified. He shot a person. He runs into Marcy and Jeff.
Yeah.
He has this something to him, and he something about like the fire, right? Or something like that. There's a fire, and he's like, "What are you, Smokey the Bear?"
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Smacky the Bear," or
Oh, he's like,
"Oh, Smokey the Clown."
Smokey the Clown.
The clown.
Yo, dipshit, what the fuck, man? Where were you? You burned the whole fucking place down?
What are you, fucking Smokey the Clown now?
Don't you mean Smokey the Bear?
And then he's like, "What?"
Looking at him like, what?
No, are you Smokey?
Smokey the Clown? Because he starts the ring around fire.
Yeah.
The ring around fire on the fire plant. They come back to see it. He's like, we can't be out of our sights for freaking 5 minutes and destroying stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Clearly he's the menace, you know.
Yeah, he is a menace.
Smokey the Clown.
Smokey the Clown is crazy. I'm gonna tell our shirt because it's Smokey the Clown now. Oh, I got this cool one for today. It shows the best scene, but now I need the Smokey the Clown shirt. All right. So now we're by the fire. We're kind of just dipping right through because this would be so crazy.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, so we're up brains and like this whole thing is that he shoots this person. Now we're at the scene where they're at a fire, and one of them brings up to Paul, "Hey, give us your trauma dump, bro.
Yeah, like, tell us a story.
Tells the story." And Paul tells the story about his favorite bowling alley. Do you remember this? He gets like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Bowling alley. Apparently, like tortures and kills
Yeah, like,
a person.
the employees, the serial killer hits them over the head and then do more damage. He cuts off their limbs and plays bowling with them.
Yeah, and so it's like he's like, I never forget this one dude who was always there. He's always smiling at us, and he like played bowling, and her head pops up. What?
It was like his head was in the receiver of the bowling ball.
Yeah. Like what? Like, this is crazy.
Instantly.
And they're all like, "Yeah, do it, man. Tell the story."
Yeah.
And one of I can't remember. I think it might have been Karen was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And then
Oh, you're just joking.
yeah, that's what the head thing. And they like always telling a joke.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, yeah, like a cool, fun, scary story. Cool. Oh, and also Burke starts laughing. Remember Burke's laughing?
Yeah, he's in
I think
hysterically.
this is real. This is only think this is real. So Burke's laughing at him, and Marcy's like, "Laugh at him? Slap."
Bert, you asshole, it's not funny.
Yes, it is, you fucking slut.
Jeff.
Yeah, he's like, just what?
Like, Burke is a monster. It's a monster.
And then my favorite joke when they were all sitting there drinking, and he's like, I bet you can't go this whole trip without drinking anything besides beer. He's like, you're on.
Yeah, you're on. That's gonna come back later.
Yeah, that's come back later.
So yeah, it's gonna. That was crazy. And then Eli Roth shows up. I don't remember his character's name. I remember he had like a skater name or something like that.
I think-
like he had like a name.
Oh,
like a skater.
He had a dog, and I think his
He had
name
a
was
dog.
Justin.
Maybe I don't remember. I'll be honest. I'm gonna call him Eli.
What is the party man for him? Trying to see us and talk to him.
Weed guy.
Weed guy, yeah.
He's a weed guy. So he shows up and he's like, "Well, hello everybody."
Like,
And it's just Eli Roth. So like in this whole movie, this is crazy. And he's like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't really feel comfortable you joining."
Yeah.
It's like, well, what if I have all this weed? Or what if
who's he gonna smoke this weed with me?
Yeah. And like, no. So Eli joins up below, and they just talk to him for a little bit.
Yeah.
No, this scene is even really important other than
No.
a drop off from the director being in the movie.
Yeah, he's a massive pothead. He's like, oh man, dude, you know.
And then he's like, "I gotta go pack up my stuff, bro." He's like, "I was camping a few
He's like,
minutes away. I'm gonna go pack up my stuff."
and then Burke's like,
It's raining.
yeah, and he's like, Burke's like, all right, you wanna come back, bring all the weed that you want.
Yeah, and by the way, he does not come back.
It's not come back, no.
He'll see him later, but
It's not.
for whatever reason, he doesn't come back. What's happening at this point? I don't know why not. But yeah, he just I wonder if that was like edited out their post or something. They got rid of more scenes than him or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Go inside it's on rain.
you
It's
know,
on rain.
yeah, so the race is like go back in the cabin.
And then here comes rain. Knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Burke answers it, closes the door real fast. Goes, I shot that man today.
Yeah, he shows up in vague. Yup, Burks.
He's like, I just shot him. He needs to leave type thing. And he's shot again. He's like, help me. You know, he's still pleading to help.
And you got Karen being like, "We need that help ball."
Yeah.
And I think Marcy might do the same. Yeah, this is the wackiest scene in the movie.
This is
I
fucking
love this
awesome.
scene. Karen's, yeah, he goes into, they don't help him.
They don't have what they
They
put
don't help him. He just runs to the truck. And
He's hijacking it.
yeah, so he's stealing the truck. And then he's run out with all these different weapons. We're shooting at the truck. Hitting only the truck. In front of us always here. Paul's got a baseball bat. And he starts smacking the windshield.
Yeah.
Sides, and I don't remember what Jeff has, but I think he has something too.
Yeah, I think he has a baseball bat as well, or a golf club.
So we cannot describe the scene one to one. So please watch this scene 100%. Even if you don't watch the movie, watch this.
They're doing more damage to the truck than
Henry is just running blood all over the windshield and stuff. Meanwhile, they're shooting the door, they're shooting at the motor, hitting the windshield out, breaking glass. They're not hitting him. They're hitting everything around him.
Yeah.
I'm staring at the I don't know.
Yeah, they're doing more damage to the truck than him.
So apparently Henry gets out, the old man, after puking blood everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't want to touch him because he's puking blood and he looks gross. Fair enough. He starts walking to the girls because I guess they just wanted to make this man feel more menacing than he is. But to me, he just feels like a guy who's got shot twice
He's trying to survive.
in his stress survive. Yeah, he's walking towards the girls. And Paul just walks up with a piece of firewood,
Yeah.
like not fire, like he's covered in gasoline. Starts screaming wild and runs to the woods.
Straight up catches this man on fire. No second thought. He knew what was going to happen. Well, I think he was trying to use the fire, like, hey, back up, and they got a fire. He walks across and catches him. Clearly, it's his fault. At the same time, not his fault. His he could have walked away from him instead of getting too close. And he's like, hey, back up, type thing. He catches him on fire. So he's like,
Yeah, I mean,
runs in the woods, and he just runs in the woods, disappears. We don't see him. I think he's okay. He's clearly not okay. They think he got ran out. He's scared.
yeah. They're trying to get a hold of the police, but the cell phones aren't working.
Yeah, the police and everyone be like, can't get to one type thing.
Yeah, so then they're at the scene where they're all, for some reason, Paul and Marcy are the ones sitting awake, and they're just sitting awake looking at the windows and stuff while the other two sleep. But then Karen is the one that's most upset about what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't show Karen awake. But yeah, so they're sitting awake, and then they show Karen being upset about it.
I think Marcy as well is upset about it because I think she also packs her bags well, I'm leaving.
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just saying, Karen overall seems to be the most upset.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like that scene, and then we cut to nobody's helping, and do they show the body at this point?
No. That after the
They're running on. Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So they're leaving. So the two guys go look for help. And at the same time, Marcy goes look for help. I
Yeah.
bring this up because this is also funny for some reason. So Marcy wants to leave, and they're like, "Go." She said, "I'm gonna go kayak across the river." Okay. So she starts kayaking across the river.
And
Bert and Jeff go look for help. They find the first thing they come across is this old woman slaughtering a pig in the woods.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, because I'm rated the dog, I feel like I need to rate this death. So I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
Why not? Because then we rated the dog encountering, and that's the only death. But there's more deaths in this, but pig's dead. So the pig gets slaughtered. Whatever, 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. Yeah.
That, you got it. Yeah, so then they approach her, or she sees them or something like that. I don't know exactly what happens, but they start talking.
I think they walk up and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" type thing, and she's
Yeah.
and then she's like swearing up the storm.
Yeah. And then we got the raw. She's like, "How am I supposed to eat this? It's all rotting inside."
Yeah.
And decided like this disease is going to the animals.
Yeah, the disease and more of the animals thinking of right.
So they're like, "Oh yeah, well, it's pretty gross. I guess we'll be on our way." And Logan's like, "Want me to call Rick for you?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'll call Rick.
Yeah, he's
you know,
like,
get some help. You know." So they go inside and start doing a thing, and they go look at the picture, and we immediately like, "Oh, here we go."
They're like, on second thought, we go for a walk anyways. Nice Sunday out. We're not going for a walk.
And she's like, "All right." Whatever. So then we get there, finishing her kayak across the river. This is why I think it's funny. So we get that whole scene. That's like I said, it's kind of funny little like we killed this guy's husband and now we can't do anything around. We gotta go. But instead, Marcy goes across the river. She goes to this empty house. And they're like, look, she's looking around. And then looking back, Paul
Burning up Jeff.
Jipper and Jeff were there. Not like random animals across the lake. We saw them guys. So then we kept going apparently and somehow beat it. So Marcy kayak across the entire lake, got to the house, and they just outwalked her after stopping somewhere. She should not have rode kayak.
No, they should have. They could have just went with fucking Bert and Jeff at this point.
Yeah, so they just meet up there and they jump scare her. And then it's like, house is empty. Yeah, so I don't know where we are here. Oh, and then we got the Deputy Olsen arrives.
God, this guy's hilarious.
So Deputy Olsen is a party man,
He's the party.
but he's also a deputy. So he shows up and he just immediately like, whoa, crew's partying up here. Guys." And Paul's the breakdown the situation of what's happening. Like, oh, we were defending ourselves. He was trying to steal a truck and we were trying to scare her off. I think he's hurt. And Olsen's just like, don't even worry about it,
He's like, I gotta report. The only thing I gotta do is report it.
Yeah, I'm gonna report it, and you guys just gotta keep on partying.
Yeah.
He's just talking about how like, oh man, it must be fun to party in college and stuff, and like, you keep having your 40s. This is a big party town. And they're like, oh, I guess you can't party with them because you're a cop. And he's like, yeah, they don't do it as much, but yeah, we're a big party guy. This guy's obsessed with partying.
Looks like you guys were doing some pretty good partying, huh, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get the deputy director of that.
I know where all the good parties are at. I can take you to one of them.
Oh yeah, I fell for say go. And he says, "This is a covert move. Have yourself a 40 and just party." When he's leaving,
Yeah, that's out of 40.
he said, "Relax, have yourself a 40 and just party."
Not asking for like ID to see if they're overage or anything like that. It was like, he's like, keep partying along. Everything will be fine.
How does he leave? Do you remember?
He's on a bike.
Yes.
He just bikes it. He just starts running off with the fucking sunset, pretty much.
This man bikes away. After saying he's the biggest partier in this town and everything, he just bikes away on his bike. Oh my god!
I think my favorite part of the scene is that whoever he has a bell on it.
No, that was actually part of the thing. The thing is kind of in the sound of a bike, but yeah, it was very clear and concise as he rides his bike away. It was great. This movie, I cannot stress enough.
I'd tell you right now.
I love it.
I've seen it before, but at the same time, I'm glad I've seen it again because this movie is fucking hilarious.
We need to say that we've seen it again. We both have seen this movie.
We both have seen this movie.
Yeah.
And then I think the dog.
Yeah, so they start cleaning the truck.
Yeah.
I think is this the scene where does she already drink the water?
This is when you see the body. Body's in the lake.
Body in the water. No, I know it was a little bit before though. Anyway, yeah, so
They
the dog doesn't come until after we see the body. So they showed
It showed up with the body
Sorry, the body shows in the water, and it shows that it goes into the pipes that go into the cabin.
into the
And
cabin.
then it shows that Karen drinks.
Yeah, she's still
It was originally
scared.
Yeah, it's originally Paul's, but Paul brings it to her.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna figure this out and that kind of stuff.
And she said she drinks the water that's clearly contaminated at this point.
Yeah.
Which they don't know that it's contaminated. But, we know it's contaminated. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's contaminated water. She drinks it. But then, we get now back to where we are now. The dog comes while they're cleaning the truck.
Yeah. You can clearly see there's something wrong with it.
Scaring, they're shooting at the dog. And the guy comes back out. Oh, what's her face does that? Marcy does it, right? So I think Karen's stealing the truck. And then Marcy comes out with
I think it's the boys. I think it's Burke. I think Burke has the rifle because I think he keeps the rifle.
No, Marcy takes it here.
No, Moxie comes out with that.
Yeah.
Because Karen is like cleaning it and then she runs out of the cabin.
Yeah. So Marcy comes out, saves her from like the dog. Yeah. And then they start making a plan of what they're gonna do. I don't even remember what the plan is, but the plan is to kind of like get out of here.
No, it was Burke because Burke's like if he gets it. No, never mind. It's a different thing.
Interesting.
So so I don't know the plan, but I think Burke is like Burke comes back with the boys and they're like, oh, I can get this thing fixed right up. Burke.
Yeah, he said freaking on it, and by the way, it does get fixed up. It's like,
And Burke is sitting there and Jack has the rifle. And the dog is like, bug. Jack is like, if it gets any close to him, I'm shooting. And it's like super close to him. And he's like, if it gets any close to him, I'm going to hit him. And then Burke is like, if that dog bites me, and he's like, it gets any close to him, I'm hitting it.
oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh, that's great. But it's just like, cut away. It almost feels like candy cut away.
You can see like the dog coming back. He's like,
Oh my
if
god.
it gets any closer, I'm gonna hit him.
My god, it's so fun. Oh my goodness. And now we get the nighttime, right? And is it nighttime here? No, and so the blonde girl's like passed out.
Yeah,
She's getting sick, but they don't know it yet.
yeah.
And Paul is coming in and starts, she's unconscious. I guess they'll try something.
Yeah,
So he starts like, I think he might have kissed her on the cheek or something like that, but he definitely starts bringing his hand down.
down, yeah.
So this is also gross, and this is why I bring it to horror comedy, because this is like the perfect mix of like body horror, but also
Yeah, yeah.
comedy. Because he starts going down and starts, using his fingers to try to jar her awake or whatever, get her. But then she starts wincing. You can see it, and he like moves the blanket, and he's been putting his finger into a hole, like on the leg. That's like an open sore from the
Yeah.
sickness, and his fingers are just soaked with blood. Like he was digging his fingers.
So he had all like ripped down.
Yeah, so he's just like he started freaking out, and then he tells everyone, he tells Bert and everybody else, the blonde man, and then he's telling them, and the blonde man comes out like the washroom, and he's like, "What?"
He said, "Woof."
Yeah, it's like what? And he's like a cutaway. It's so funny.
The guy just like he's clearly in the bathroom, minding his own business. And he just comes out with him screaming.
They're freaking out about being, and Jeff comes up. Look,
Yeah, look, Bert, no, he's just freaking out. He's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, straight out, like you can see the fucking fear in this man's eyes.
oh for sure. Yeah. So then they check themselves all over Marks. That's the next scene. They check themselves in Marks,
Yeah.
and they exile her to the shed, and she's just like, "I hate you." And they're like, we're gonna watch out for you. And like, what about the dog? Don't worry, we're always keeping an eye out. By the way, they do not look out.
They don't know what.
Help.
We got this gun. He won't come near your type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Karen's mad about it while she's in the shed, and they're all like, yeah. Marcy's the only one that really feels like a little bit more like this is wrong, but like we gotta do it.
Yeah,
I feel like even Paul, I feel like is a little more on board with this. And then, oh my god, and then we get the scene where Marcy comes to feed her, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to get you infected because she's like food." But then, and that whole fixing, and then it's Paul is out searching again, and they come across the house, and there's just like really attractive woman.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she's clearly changing and doing something. And it's like the classic, very comedic, comedic, like, like they go to a farmhouse and there's this hot woman.
Hot woman. Yeah.
Doing stuff. And he's just sort of peeking in the whole room. Then you have eyes for Karen for this entire movie, and apparently it's a Juror 7. But yeah, he's checking her out, and this guy just comes out, like, "What are you doing?" And then,
Right up, what are you doing?
and he's like, "No, I need help." He's like, and he pulls out a gun. And it's like the funniest of the first line of it is like, of course, like got the farmer's daughter But it's horrified for Carlos. They're still doing
Yeah.
a farmer. They go into a farmer. They seek help. But yet they got distracted by a tracking person.
Yeah.
Farmers protecting the family.
You're peeking at my wife.
And he runs like down the hill. Like the scene literally lasts like 5 seconds of a one shot of him running down the hill, and he's back at the cabin. He's like, the house is fucked. So we were looking for a house. I don't like 10 feet away.
And that is like, how did this man that disappeared, the man protecting his wife, then you hear the gunshots or the screaming of the man?
It literally was the funniest thing in the world. And then literally just ran down. And it's like a one shot, him running and then he's at the cabin. It's like, dude, the dude ran like 10 steps.
Weird. And what I was saying, like, there was that Henry screaming about the fire. The guy didn't hear that, or the wife didn't hear that.
Or when they were looking for help, they didn't go across.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't see that. They kayaked across the whole lake, but couldn't see this one house. That's 5 feet away from that.
He said, yeah. It's a funny movie. It's funny. Don't take it seriously, and then you'll be fine. Oh, we never did, and I'll just do a backtrack. That's my favorite. We never gave Henry a rightful kill count. Now we saw his body. What's your rating?
I didn't know. I did a 6.
I gave him a 7. It was just so fun. It wasn't just a kill. It was like them beating on the her, and then the thing, and then like it was the most comic thing, and then them playing on fire and then just running out. I gave it a 7. We'll do better at keeping track of.
Yeah, really bad.
We'll rate them as we go now. Anyway, yeah, that scene happens. Yeah, then they run back. He runs back to the cabin. There's the alpha fight. The two, Jeff and Bert, are mad at each other, and yeah. Paul steps between them and is like, we gotta figure it out, guys.
Yeah.
So, Bert, but he just lost the bet because Bert drinks water.
Yeah, he's on the bed. He's like, hey, guess what? Or he's like, he's lost a bet. And he's like sitting there, clearly he's drinking the water.
Yeah, they kind of laugh a little bit. Sure. Oh, yeah. And then it shows the dog is ripping at the door at its feet and stuff. Yeah.
Because I was shooting, but obviously he shoots the fucking air and makes it play again.
Yeah. Just
Clearly not watching her, clearly not watching her.
Yeah, not watching her at all. So the next day, Bert is revealed to be infected. He brings anybody. He pulls the classic zombie bite. Like, don't be that guy, guys. This sort of you're on a zombie apocalypse and you get bit. So everyone, don't lie about it. The same rules apply here. If you're infected with a deadly virus, you virus and you're attacking.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're not wrong. They get the truck started. And he's about to leave to go get help. And he's like, you're not feeling so good. Are you sure you want to leave? And he's like, I'm just fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. He's like, we gotta go now. And everyone's like, no. And he's like, leaving.
He's not sitting next to Karen because they're moving Karen to the truck to get her help.
Yeah, that's right. They're moving their car and he like shit balls. And he's like, sit next to me.
Which is weird because like before he's like, no, you stay away from me. Yeah, now that you know that, like,
he's like, you're on the best of shit. I don't care. Shit him in the dog.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave.
Like, no, we don't want him up there. And then it's like, you know what? See him. She started puking blood again.
Yeah.
So he just first like he leaves, and Jeff is like, I'm leaving too, and grabs like a full case of beer.
Yeah.
And he just starts
He
walking.
walks away.
And Marcy's like, you just leave us? And like,
Like,
what are you doing? And they just leave. Yeah, and then they just skip to the scene inside where Marcy's like, man, this whole thing is a shit show, and it just makes you, it's like a plane crash.
Yeah.
You just want to sleep with the person
yeah, but you want to.
right next to you. And then Marcy, who was the dating Paul, which I understand a little bit with like, they kind of felt like it's like a fling. And also, I understand her point of view, she's just like, don't really, and he just like me, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But for Joel, that was for Jeff, for Paul, is like been obsessed with Karen all this time. He just throws that right out the window for Marcy if they start having sex.
Yeah.
So they're sleeping together hard, and he's doing like the grip, and they show like the red outline with the grip.
His hands were.
Fingers grip, and I think he might have noticed it, and he's like, oh no. And she doesn't really into later, but yeah, so she gets marked up and shows that she's infected now.
Yeah.
And then, they show her nude again because early 2000s baby weekend.
Yeah.
RC. I don't know what else she's been in, but she's super attractive. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
But it's like I've seen, she must be a little more main character than Karen because she's in the movie a little bit longer now.
Yeah. Then they go,
And it feels like I have more of a personality. It doesn't feel as much like they don't really have a lot of personality.
No.
Standard traits of who these people are supposed to be because once again, in the early 2000s horror, you know.
Yeah.
But she feels like she has more depth than Karen, who just feels like the nice girl. And
Yeah.
it's like too early to do anything about it. Yeah.
And then they're taking the turns for the bathroom. They're washing up. I think that's like I think that's when.
It was just a Burt first.
Oh yeah, no. Bert he goes to the state and back to the truck stop.
Jokes.
Yes.
What's the joke was just like for me to like go snow it over. This movie is crazy. You know Dennis. We've talked about Dennis. Dennis the menace, the one that likes to bite if you sit next to him. This time, Court shows up and Dennis looks over and
Screams.
he screams, gets up, does a slow motion take of like the truck flips and stop. By the way, I believe he like hired him because of this or got out during the this. And I must have thought that was like the coolest shit ever. Because like this kid gets up for no reason and starts doing this backflips and slow motions and stuff. He gets all the way to the bird and he bites the gap. And Keisha thought I was sorry. I'm sorry.
He straight up started doing the craziest flips. What is it? Picture Karate Kid the movie. Put Dennis the Menace in it. It is that same as that.
Yeah, Dennis. Oh, so Dennis, this kid is the coolest kid in the world, clearly at this time. But yeah, and this is and oh no, he says pancakes, right?
Yeah, it's he's like top pancakes.
He screamed pancakes.
Pancakes! Pancakes!
No pancakes.
Pancakes!
No pancakes!
Why was that there? Just added to the joke because it works. Because I've been watching it, laughing at it and seeing there's a bunch of flips and be like, this is the funniest thing in the world. I'm a big advocate for having fun with this kind of stuff. And if you watch this movie high, I guarantee you I'll have a great job.
Yeah.
Because this movie is perfect for it. And then the dad comes out and it's like,
Yeah,
and
it's
he's like, I'm sick. And he's like, you infected my boy? Now you're going to put me in risk. And then he's like, you being sick is your problem. You're getting done sick is my problem. It's like, he's a boy. It's like, boys, get the gun. Yeah, boys. It's not
just like call them the group of it, the boys.
what happened here? Because this thing is out of nowhere, man. He just flips that time. I'm gonna kill these folks. Random clerks show up. I don't even think we saw them yet. They start getting in the vehicle. The chance after Bert gets in to start driving.
Yeah. You can see these guys have like rifles and pistols and then chasing after them.
It was crazy. So, I look, you never know who's going to die. And there's no evidence that Dennis died, but he did get infected for sure. Yeah, he has pancakes every day I see it. Yeah, then they get the hot pursuit. They show the scene of Marcy's infected. What's his face finds the body in the water.
Paul finds the body.
Yeah, while Paul is finding the body, he's like, oh no, the water's infected. Bert's still running. He crashes or the car.
Yeah.
No, he says running in the woods or something. And then this is the Marcy scene. I got the shit for it. Marcy's in the shower, just like shaving.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of like goes around and then she just scrapes across that and she's just crying because she knows she's infected. And you can see the wounds, but it's like such a cool scene. Once again,
Yeah.
I get no one on that scary, it was that super body horror, when it's like body horror.
Yeah,
there. Oh, so yeah. So there's that scene where that, and then let's go back to, that's like my favorite kind of scare in the movie. It's like a really cool scene. I love it. And then the dog starts attacking Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy goes, checks on Karen.
And dog's eating Karen. No, it kills Marcy, right?
Marcy first.
Marcy comes back out, and then she just gets absolutely bopped. Like,
yeah, like she gets ripped apart.
Because I don't know where her Paul went, but Paul get back out.
He finds the body, and then he falls into the water.
Oh, yeah. And then he gets infected.
Yeah, and then he's trying to climb out, and like the things are breaking.
That's right. Good call. Yeah. Marcy's grabbed the dog. I gave her a kill. I gave her a 3 out of 10. This
I gave it a 3 as well.
This gave it like a cool like dog killed one person. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go body line. It's just like they attack her. And she's like chewing. He's still chewing when she's like, sees like the shoes for Karen.
Yeah.
For Marcy. And he goes check on Karen. And does he kill the dog here? Or does he shoot the dog away?
I think the dog. It's away.
Yeah, I think he does too. Anyway, he checks up on Karen. Karen's still alive, but her face is like all this is all the other scare. I gave it a 1 out of 10, but it's like the jump scare of like it's her face. It's all like the bottom half is all ripped, skin's ripped away, just blood gushing out.
Yeah.
And then she's still alive. And then he got her home. Paul just starts
Beating her.
so long.
It's a shovel for at least.
He just keeps on hitting. He might have killed the dog with a shovel too. Doesn't matter.
Go back. You can. What?
Go watch the movie.
Go watch the movie.
Leave the comments. Let us know. Anyway,
I mean, he kills Karen. I rated that a 5.
you got to go 2.
You got a 5 because it's still. I mean, it's.
It's a good shit, fella.
I mean, honestly, he did it to put her out of her misery type thing. Because clearly she wasn't doing so well and she was going to die regardless. And somewhat, he just still kind of has some type of feeling after, fucking Marcy and, like all that stuff. But he still has somewhat of a feeling for her and he didn't want her to suffer sitting in a shed the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
The beating took way too long, that he has a fun in there, but
yeah, I put that as like it is a funny kill because he's just beating her for like too long, like way too long.
because to the next scene, you can still hear him.
He's still beating her. Yeah, so we're going to involved. He's looking for Bert. Yeah,
Bert, he does.
Oh, the
He
Bert
does the-
standoff. He comes in, right?
Yeah, he wipes like blood all over the tree, and then he goes to the opposite direction and goes into
Yeah, he goes
to
the
cabin.
Yeah, he like checks, but they track him down to the cabin, and they do the whole scene where he's sitting on a chair because he's like about to die or whatever,
Yeah,
and like they give him the gun, and then Paul, I think, is like on the side, and then they like open the door together, and they immediately kill Paul, and they shoot him.
they kill Bert right off the bat.
Bert, that's right.
Shoots him right in the head.
And like Bert shoots one to death, I think. No, it's just the other guy.
He
The
shoots.
other guy gets a cool.
No, the dad gets hit first.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
because Carl, right?
Bert and Dennis' dad, I kind of gave like the Mexican standoff. I gave them a 5, and I gave them all together.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't.
like kind of like a cool little like they both died.
Yeah, I know that
I
fine.
gave it a 5. I thought it was like a fun little like Mexican standoff-ish scene.
And then Paul does the great old freaking.
Yeah, but then he does something. What does he? He comes out, but does he shoot? No, someone else gets shot by someone else shooting, right?
I
I
think
think
he.
the guy shoots and then kills someone.
Yeah, it hits one of his friendly fighters.
Yeah, and then oh my goodness, it was just
I don't know if he has a gun or not.
yeah. And they go on.
No, I'm saying Paul. Doesn't Paul have the gun and he shoots one of them?
Oh, I think he stabs one.
Yeah.
He stabs one in the ear with something. Then he has like a
Screwdriver.
screwdriver. Yeah, which I gave yeah, because the other guy was a guy that got shot, I believe.
Yeah.
Because the other guy was on the ground dying, and I gave him like a 1 out of 10. He just got shot. And then the other guy got a screwdriver, and I hate that a 5 out of 10 as well.
Yeah.
Like screwdriver to the ear, and that's pretty cool.
I did for that whole scene.
Does he
I
go
said,
finish him also? I think he was finish off the guy on the ground.
What was the dog? I think that's
No, that wasn't killing him. I don't know what happened. I can't remember. That's okay.
yeah.
That's okay.
Well, he dies. He dies.
Yeah, they all 3 people mentioned die. Yeah, then they go ahead and skip to. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So they get in the car, and then he's driving along to the back of the. What's the car? Oh, did he get in their car? Just driving.
Yeah, he gets in a car and he drives and he meets up with the cop in a party.
Well, yeah, before that, he's driving, and there's a deer puppet.
Oh my God! The fakest deer alive.
Deer ever. Hear that? I'm like, deer, and I'm like, I give him that one. I'll give him that one a 6. That's all. It's story. Deer fun. It's my blood calling. We just close to the windshield, and it's like, no, you can see it. I was like, what the heck? Oh my God.
He takes the gun and shoots the deer. The deer falls off the.
Oh, damn. So then when he's like walking, and he comes across the cop partying, and a bunch of tea. And the guy was just partying, and like, what's up, bro? And he's like, party on. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot to call a tow truck. Oh, they're coming up. Well, look at, yeah, but they're coming right up.
Yeah, Yeah, I told him, yeah, I gave to her.
Yeah, and then stuck to the sheriff calls, and it's like, big massacre at this cabin. Bunch of teens.
Infected.
They're infected, and they're also like killing people. Shoot them on sight. Shoot them on sight. Come to the cop, he's looking at. So looking at Paul. He's looking at Paul, and Paul just looking at him back. And the cop's like, "Get it,
While looking at this teenager, and he's like, "You repeat that?"
And it's like, yeah, shoot them on sight.
And then I think he goes like all like kung fu and like starts like killing the party people.
Yeah, and people think that he said like,
Vomiting on people.
vomiting. Because they're killing.
We're going, no.
It's like because it's nice to like shoot this guy. It's not on. Was trust because it takes up less time. The party is a little like shoot him.
Monica guy and shorts in the fucking hole.
Yeah, because the show originally was a harmonica putting guy playing harmonica, and then that's her. Yeah, after him, he like slams the harmonica down through and kills him. I gave him a 3, you know, because why not? Yeah, so then like the set he's dying, and then he like, yeah, everyone like dies around. They also dispersing and running away. You know, memory. It's like they have memory flashback. What's that?
No, well, I think the only thing is like when he gets to the hospital, the cops get him.
Oh, okay.
And the cops are like, he's going like through the hospital bed. And he look over and there's like a random fucking bunny sitting there.
Oh, weird flashback.
No,
It's a memory flashback with jump scare. I don't know. Has my notes, but it's okay.
I don't.
It's real weeks. What usually
I think it was about the mall guy. The mall popped back up
Oh, okay.
because what happened to him though? Because he's still like,
He's delirious. I think he passes out.
yeah, he passes out like
Truck.
in the
And
truck.
the truck guy drops him off at the hospital.
Yes.
He's like walking in traffic. I honestly don't remember. It's been a week. We're so since we watched this, and this movie is so great in so many ways. But it's not like it has a good neural moment. But
Yeah.
it wasn't. So it's fine. It's fine. Hold on.
Oh, did I work it out?
What's that?
The infected death.
No, that's.
I thought he goes.
Oh, you're right.
He
Yeah.
goes into the rocks to stay away,
Yeah.
and then like he goes in the rocks. And
He's looking for
Jeff.
Jeff, and he finds Eli's behind the cage.
Yeah,
1 out of 10.
one time didn't see it.
I didn't see a body, so I gave it a 1.
Yeah,
It says a 0 in there, but so he's dead. Yeah, as well, just to clarify that. Good call it, Christian. Yeah. Then they get into like the cops asking about the disease, a few names.
Yeah.
He knows at least a little bit about it.
yeah.
And
He's like, oh, we got the perfect. He's like, send him somewhere. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, get him out of here. Get him.
Deputy,
We got the
driving the party man.
the party means.
All right, so yeah.
Which is weird because he clearly knows how to drive if he's driving Paul in
Yeah.
the back of the cop's car, but he has a
I
run.
never gave him a cop car. Maybe there's only one cop car in this town.
Maybe.
Oh, it's like superiority. But he also doesn't have a gun. It's like, I think this guy is just like,
Not trustworthy.
yeah, really hard enough. Yeah, not trustworthy. So yeah, Jeff, we cut back to Jeff going back to the house. In the city hall, like he like digs out of this kind of shovel. Like this like weird, like he's like got the beer empty and he's standing there on the
guy, man.
and he gets it and he's like, yes, I made it.
He's clearly not infected.
Yeah, non-factor thing, he's just so happy he made it. And then he opens the door. Then they were full SWAT team of people just firing off into this man's chest. It was so great.
Fucking made it! I knew it! I knew it! I fucking made it!
I gave this one a 7, no, an 8 out of 10. I changed that, I could see that a lot. Well, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for Jeff because it was,
I gave it a 6.
I think it was so good. You already know what's going to happen because it gets so hot.
Yeah.
But he just walks out and just gets blasted. And they're just like, oh, throw them the bodies. They're burning out.
Yeah. Where's the bodies?
Yeah, and then he's blasting up. And then the kids start gathering water at like a river.
Out of the living. Yeah.
And then it pans over to Paul, he's just dead off screens. I give him
Yeah.
on 10. Yeah, he's just dead off screens. He's dead in the water. and he was obviously infected. And then it cuts to them serving the lemonade.
The lemonade.
So, like, everyone is coming through this town. They're
Cops.
and apparently it's everybody. It's like everyone in the town is like randomly go to the shop, get some lemonade. You have like a long line. It's like the funniest little, like, of course, you know, they're
And the tractor trailer with the spring water.
yeah, it's just
Yeah, really, a lot of people are gonna get infected.
yeah. The whole point is that
Yeah,
and that's all the deputy.
it's all. Yeah, it's all of them.
But yeah, also that shows the bringing back the laugh joke, the black people.
Oh yeah,
Like that little stereotypical like gang looking gear, like or this hip hoppy like gold jeans.
yeah,
They show up and they're like, "Yeah, what up?" And they're like handshaking.
yeah.
Oh man, that's where the joke comes
Where
from.
is the joke? Yeah,
Yes. And then yeah, that's Gavin Fever.
that's Gavin Fever.
That was the spring I said driving away. He does have a sequel and has a I think it has a reboot, and I think the reboot's actually serious. I don't remember it. I watched it when it came out, but I think it actually wanted to take itself seriously, which is just a bad choice.
Bad choice for this movie. Yeah,
So silly. But yeah, there is a sequel. I think it's called Spring Fever or something like that. I don't know how well it translates with the water tank leaving at the end.
yeah.
But I do think overall, it's a good one watch. It's definitely not something I'm like it's a good fun movie that you can put on like every once in a while or have and like I don't want to call it a background movie, but it's something that's like you know if you're bored watching TV and you're playing your phone, you see it on and you click it on and it's like get some laughs, have some fun, but also maybe you don't have to pay full attention to it 'cause it doesn't take itself too seriously. I like it though. I think
I love this.
we took some serious movies and we're gonna have some more serious movies coming soon. So it's kind of like a fun
Fun breakaway from
Breakaway.
jump scares.
yeah, for sure. I had a lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah.
Do a little rundown of do you think this should be upgradable? No.
I think this movie is the perfect definition of comedy horror.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, a bunch of teenagers, wanted to go out partying, but they're dumb.
Yeah.
Clearly, I think this does not know.
Yeah. I didn't put for prequel, sequel, and reboot. No.
Yes,
It's the fine standalone. At best, if they did a reboot that was actually similar to this, but kind of got rid of, like, updated it a little bit, maybe you give it having more, like, jokes with, like, teens in that regard.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. I think this is just perfect on its own and it'll exist in its own way.
On Tomato gave it like a 86.
Did it? You looked it up. Nice.
No, it was a 68. 68. I was rated 60. It was a 68.
It's pretty well.
It was the opposite. 68.
Pretty good.
But still pretty good for a Rotten Tomato review.
The movie isn't very. Isn't very critic like appreciating, they're harder to really.
Yeah, but a 68 with that. I mean, Rotten Tomato, they're pretty.
Good for Eli. Eli is awesome. He has some like Hostel and stuff. I feel like I don't remember anything he did recently. I wonder if he's got done with that whole direction for himself. I think he had a StreamCon last year. I think he was when we went. He was there.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, that's totally a topic. Any recommends you can come from this movie? Think you have anything you can? We watched this with a friend, and he suggested a scary movie, and I could have felt inclined.
Scary movie.
Scary movie is definitely a parody of movies, so it's a little different. But if you're looking for a more similar style line, I think it's the reason I kind of agreed was it had very like in your face comedy, for sure. At the N-word joke, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very like clearly was. It's crude humor, crude humor. I put Friday the 13th in the sense of like the teens. It's very like, it's almost like mockery of like that trope.
Yeah.
Of, but Friday the 13th is obviously one of
In the woods, cabin in the woods,
It's not smart. Cabin in the Woods is a very smart movie compared to this one for sure, in my opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I plan to see it a little bit with that. That's not taking it so. I don't know. That one's a little loose for me. I think Friday or like other camp type movies.
Yeah.
Like movies that are just like, here's a bunch of teens and they're going to be killed and you don't care about them at all. You just watching the movie to watch them die, basically.
Yeah.
How you hear because you know what you like and you like watching these killed in creative, cool ways. I think that is kind of like the best way you can describe this movie. Other than maybe some other, you know, like some other like body horror stuff. But I think the best coreness of it is like that's what it is. It's not supposed. It's supposed to be fun and campy the whole time. I think. Yeah, like it's a horror movie that's not supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be
Yeah. Which like you can clearly see that this is a horror movie, but they didn't want to shift this straight towards horror.
Yeah.
They wanted to base off of, okay, we're gonna have some laughs and giggles, and then like we're gonna have some fun with this movie, which perfect, set up perfectly. I think this is like probably one of the best comedy horror movies that I've seen in a long time. It's because it fits in on too well. Like some dumb kids, like being a dumbass, the baddie, they always have a baddie in each group. We have a simp boy, we have one of those simp boys that just wants to lead type thing. And then Jeff, I'm the preppy one. I'm going to the doctor pretty much. He's like,
be a lawyer and stuff. Yeah.
And then we also have the nice little girl, Karen, she's like the innocent one.
Yeah. This movie for me, and it's supposed to come out in 2002. And like, it's not a lot of good horror movies at that time.
No.
You go look up within like 2000, 2005, those years especially, I don't think you're going to come across too much that's like, that stands the test of time in a way that I feel like Cabin Fever could. For a lot of people, can still enjoy. Once again, I'm not going to act like it's the best movie of all time. I'm just saying for what it is, it's a good movie. And that's why I rated it so high for rating. I'm not comparing this like, I lost my friend and I told them my rating on the movie and they said that was the same rating you gave Exorcist. Do you think they're on the same level? And the way I rate movies isn't necessarily like, Exorcist, we already gave Exorcist a little higher than 7.5, but it's close enough where I can see that comparison.
Yeah.
Exorcist is like a masterpiece and a trend-setting thing and like a classic overhaul.
Yeah.
I feel like it fits that niche so well. It fits that vibe of horror really well. Whereas this one fits what it's supposed to be doing very well. I think it's supposed to be making you laugh all the time, and I was laughing a lot of the time, and I think I can't rate them on the 1-to-1 scale because that's not fair, because there is no 1-to-1 scale, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm saying, for me, how much did I enjoy this movie? The way I enjoyed the movie was through the comedy, and that's what I was trying to do, so that's how I enjoyed it.
Pretty much the standpoint of the movie, the creation alone is like, it's not the same as Exorcist, or like it had the same emotions and the same.
No, not even. It's like that's the point. I don't think you can get the same emotions for those movies, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to feel way more for Reagan or for the Brady Punch of X. You're supposed to care about them. These things you're not supposed to care about. You're just think it's funny. And that's okay.
You watch them die.
Kind of movie you walk into, and if you're walking out, like the way I rate it is if I walk out happy or I thought it was good for what it was, that's when I'm going to rate it up. Yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, funny movie. Go watch it.
Go watch 100%.
If you like those kind of campy comedy movies, like comedy horrors, this one right here is a good one. There's a bunch more, and Christian's not well versed, I don't think, in this category, but I'll open his eyes to some because I have a bunch of horror comedies that I really like. I think that's it. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think we got it all figured out. I think we got it all figured out. It's a pretty good movie, pretty funny.
All right, cool. Well, then I guess we'll go ahead and close it up. Just a reminder, this is House of the Jerry podcast. I've been Sean House.
And I'm Christian House. Thank you for watching.
Peace.